All right, folks. Welcome back to another session of our Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, and we are joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hey or something, you certainly can, if you want.
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
And well, we are down Alara's player, and unfortunately Malric will be taking a little hiatus. Maybe we'll see how that goes. So we won't see him for a little while, maybe ever. Who knows? We'll TBD. But the story goes on, and well, speaking of the story, let's get into what happened last time, so we can get into what's going to happen this time. Without further ado, last time, you guys were arriving at the outside of some caves along the frozen coast of Lac Denishir. You were attacked by a group of harpies. Attempting to lure you closer to them was honestly not very successful for the most part. One of them actually picked up Andres and carried him into a cave above before the rest of the harpies ended up falling. Quickly, you guys were following after, climbing up into one of these cave mouths, welcomed by some wailing winds within. It's kind of a feature of the stonework thereof. Delving further, you saw a frozen river. Frozen river? Say that 10 times. Say it 1 time fast, and yeah. But you saw a frozen river, and eventually clambered over an ice bridge and finding an old camp, tattered dwarven notes detailing little features about the cave. You headed up the river after one of you fell in down onto it, but you noticed several giant skeletons within the ice. Started to hear a light humming from further within these caves, lined up with what the notes said. Coming to a cavern area where an older woman in tattered clothes was working on a stew in the dark without a fire. Seeing several bodies wrecked and torn apart, she was slowly adding them to the stew. And you actually talked to her for a moment, and she kind of welcomed you, but then you were like, we're gonna be back in a second, we're gonna go. You guys had a little private chat, and well, you guys were like, she needs to go because she's cooking people and eating them. So it was probably the missing fisherman, you assumed at least. So you launched an assault at her as she ran away into another cave, and a pet will-o-wisp that accompanied her, shocking a few of you. She also seemed to summon one of the giant skeletons that you had seen in the ice, but elsewhere, to attack as well with her. With her form changing to be more disgusting and more monstrous, this was a tough fight indeed. The giant skeleton was quite a foe, with a giant axe and frosty gaze, but eventually battered, beaten. You all were triumphant, even after she offered a truce in her last moment to give you whatever you wanted. You ended up killing her right there. And you guys decided afterwards, you checked each other out, made sure that everyone was still alive and okay. You took a breather, still unsure of what befell Andres. Phineas did make a discovery about the cauldron that she kept. It could easily make a massive amount of food magically with nothing but water. A great boon for anyone, especially the towns. You guys were discussing what the outcome would be and what to do with the cauldron. Taking a break, you do start to hear light footsteps coming from around the cave where the giant was laid, and well, look around and you notice your dwarven ally is not amongst you in this moment. That's where we're going to pick up.
Malric? Malric, where'd you go? Anybody see where he went? Man, we're looking for Andres, and now Malric's gone. Andres? Malric? Are you?
Andres, you do hear them.
Ah, okay. It is me.
Hey, oh, Andres! Andres! I run over and I kind of like do a really long jump and give him a hug.
I imagine he comes around the corner and he's sort of rubbing his head. Ah, hey, good to see you guys.
Ah, I'm glad to see you. You didn't see Malric on your way over here, did you?
I did actually. He he's the one who woke me up. Oh, and he gave me this. He holds out a letter. Sorry, bumped my head something fierce.
Uh,
Everybody good? Everybody
I'm fine. Are you guys okay?
Still hurt, but not too much.
Good enough.
I'll take the letter and read it. I'll read it out loud for everybody.
Do you speak Dwarven?
Maybe not. Maybe I won't do it. Nope. I can't read this.
So the
Me neither.
first line of it is in similar language to that Dwarven, almost like he remembered that you couldn't read Dwarven from literally just like an hour ago. It would say, "Sorry, I forgot you couldn't read Dwarvish. I say this with utmost respect? Question mark. But you all are weak, and I don't want you to die. I am on a path of vengeance, and it will take no prisoners. I cannot wait around while you squabble about a cauldron and these towns, though I hope you do save them. I go to a place where you will die easily. Take this as a warning."
Well,
And that's it. It
Yeah,
seems like he's like started to write something else and then just stopped.
yeah, this is definitely Malric.
Hmm.
So excited to take down the Duragar.
Sounds considerate, but also kind of misguided, I guess.
He called us weak.
I'm not going to complain about that. I know I'm weak. That's why I have my friends. I pat Andres on the back.
Get strength in numbers and through friendship.
Andres, maybe I could use your suggestion. This cauldron here is able to make a lot of food, like 3 times a day. I mean, it's a game changer. Any town, if we give it to any town, or even if we have it, it's a game changer. Sorry, we're just been probably the past half hour or so talking about what we should do with it.
Well, how much food does it make? And how?
All we need is a little bit of water. Throw some water in there, stir it up. Makes I think 360 meals.
Oh wow, that's a lot. It's super easy too. We should definitely give that to one of the towns, right?
Well, then the question comes to which town do we give it to?
And do we tell them that it was cooking people at one point?
Ew, what?
Yeah, you would see spilled onto the side of the snow here some body parts and melted snow.
The
melted
cauldron
ice.
itself is very clean, though.
It is.
Oh, that's disgusting. Does it? It doesn't need the people, does it?
No, just water.
It was just flavor.
That's. I assume those are the missing fishermen, huh?
Well, the numbers add up. 4 and 4.
Well, shit. Anyways, what town to give this to? Would definitely have to be one of the big ones, right?
I was kind of thinking Targos, just because Targos doesn't really like us too much. Maybe just could swing them.
Is there anything I know about Targos that I could tell him?
Give me a
Make this
history.
decision more
Give me a
educated.
history check.
Sure. I'll add some guidance.
Yeah, I'd say you don't need it. 14's good enough to know anything
That's-
about Targos as a local. Targos is kind of a fishing village right now, kind of not the best fishing, as it is, well, frozen lake.
Sounds
Good boat making there. It is one of the 2 walled cities, or walled towns. You would know that the town speaker there, Nerth Maxildanar, is very popular with the fishers, and he seemed pretty eager for the position, and is kind of a shrewd businessman.
On the other hand, East Haven did just lose 4 fishermen, so their gatherers or hunter-gatherers are maybe they could use it. Anybody could use it though.
Honestly, I'd say either Bryn Shander, because it's the biggest town, not directly adjacent to a lake, or East Haven.
Now, if we're gonna go between those 2, I would go with East Haven solely because they have a really good book that I want to read.
Alara will also kind of pipe in. It's also right there.
And things heavy.
Yeah, I think East Haven is my vote then.
All right. We don't need to be in here anymore, do we? We can leave.
I'm good to leave.
Up to y'all.
All right. Phineas kind of shakes the cold off and gets ready to get moving. All right, let's head off to East Haven.
Dragging the 50-pound
It's gonna be a
cauldron out.
group effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the sleds with us.
No, I assumed you left him at East Haven for now, but you can go get him if you
Yep.
want.
What's the carry capacity mass? I don't remember.
I could fly. How's the weather?
7.5. It's still a giant cauldron. It's 3.5 feet in diameter, so
How's the
or
weather?
4 feet wide. The weather is cold and cloudy.
Cloudy, but other than that, not super windy or snowy or anything.
It's lightly windy, but not like blustering blizzard conditions. No.
I can make it back to East Haven real quick and grab the sled.
I can carry the cauldron.
Even better.
Yeah,
Don't wanna
I would
split up
say
anyway.
you could easily carry it together without slowing you down too much, if anything. It
I have-
weighs
What's
50 pounds.
Either way.
I have 50 pounds of carry. I have 60 pounds of carry weight available. So
Damn.
damn?
All right.
Either way, I was assuming we were gonna fast travel.
Yeah, it's only about an hour and a half away, so it wouldn't take you. It'll take you about an hour and a half to travel back to East Haven. Definitely some eyes are brought upon you as you enter town with a 4-foot wide cauldron attached to your troop. I'll bring you guys to that East Haven.
We're
map.
bringing this to Speaker Wayland, right? Or I guess the captain. Someone with a little bit of say in town, so they can set up, I guess, a soup kitchen.
I say we take this directly to the speaker.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, getting some eyes throughout the town. Yeah, we'll zoom it out a little more. Getting some eyes throughout the town. You probably pass by the wet trout first. You know, it's just right there. But coming in, no one harasses you. It's just like you're carrying an empty cauldron. You would arrive at the town hall easily enough, about 15 minutes after arriving into town. And, yeah, I'd say you'd be met with the... Double check where they would be. Yeah, they'd be there. Captain Imdra is kind of standing around. Gives you all a nod. Hey. I didn't see any more Dwergar. We've got our eye out. Thanks for the tip.
You're welcome. Hey, listen. About those missing fishermen? We're fairly certain they've met a grisly end in one of the caves around the shore.
That's too bad. There was another fisherman a few weeks back that, well, she was known for having the best fishing hook that could, well, catch anything, anytime. It was her lucky fishing hook. She got eaten by some gnolls a while back, and well, they took off to the southeast with her fishing gear. Be a boon if we had, well, more food. Losing fishermen is no good thing.
Well, if you need more food, we found something. See this cauldron here? It can make a lot of food. It's my magical. See these runes right here? These runes are the transmutative rune. And I just kind of go into a couple minutes of explaining the runes.
She'll listen very eagerly.
With that, it turns water into about 360 meals per day.
And she's just like, that's fascinating. That's so clean too. Where did you find this at?
Phineas gets quiet. In the cave.
In a hag's cave.
Oh. Oh, well, the town speaker would most certainly be interested in this. Go on in. He's going through some paperwork for the day. Yeah, he said be on the lookout for you. That would be wonderful.
We'll talk to him. Thank you.
And she seems genuinely like super excited about it, and like eyes wide and just like, yeah, nodding her head, smiling, like, yeah, that definitely lifted her mood just hearing about that. It kind of shows that some people kind of grasp onto hope wherever they can find it. But heading inside,
Be able to bring it in, or does it fit, or is it we have to leave
it
it
would
outside?
fit through the doors. It's a double door in the front.
Nice.
Yeah. And Speaker Waylon would easily just kind of, come in. I wasn't expecting anyone so soon. Oh, you're back so quick. With the cauldron. How did the search for the fishermen go? I take it not well, or are they back home?
We're fairly certain they're dead. Sorry.
Kind of makes a couple of notes. Not looking good for this winter.
But my companions here took out the monster that presumably killed them.
Well,
So
that's good news indeed. At least
The
knowing
shores
their,
are a fair bit safer now.
knowing their fates is definitely worth something.
And while we were looking for the fishermen, we did come across this enchanted cauldron. It was being used by this hag that was in the cave. But long story short,
Hag?
it turns water, which we have plenty of snow. It turns water into food. So we could have like I think 300, over 300 meals per day.
What?
Yeah, it's
what?
all in the rune work.
That is marvelous. Yes, of course. We can... I would purchase that off you at an instant if I could. If you would have it,
Well,
I could
I mean-
offer. And he kind of rummages through some papers, kind of looking up. One moment. This would be 5 gemstones worth 500 gold each. Yes, we can afford that. Yes. Of course, it would take me a couple of days to get it together. I have to call in some debts, but I guarantee you would get no better offer than all of the 10 towns.
We'll
sounds
take it.
Great, yeah.
yeah. I mean, would I be able to make a request? There's this
Yeah.
poetry. There's this poetry book that I've been hearing a little bit about. That I think the wizard he might have been interested in it. He actually had a poetry book on this person. I was just hoping maybe I could have it as along with any other books or scrolls that he might have had.
Give me a persuasion check.
With advantage.
No.
All right. You know what? I will use my portent 13
Okay.
and get a 15 total.
Okay. With the 15. Oh, yes, you could have that tomb. Quite the ponderous one. I tried to figure out what any of the poems were pertaining to, but worthless drivel, honestly. Yes, you could have that. I believe Captain Harlagath there is a scroll. Yes, there was a scroll in a bag. You would be welcome to the scroll in exchange as well. That would be acceptable.
That sounds good too.
Yeah, that thank you.
Of course. Let me. I would recommend keeping the cauldron here in the town hall until I get the funds together. It should take me no more than 2 days. I'd say 48 hours. I can send out riders immediately to collect.
Yeah, you should probably keep this cauldron on the down low for now, or have it watched.
Oh, of course.
Because,
Yes.
Obviously, people will covet this.
I would not have it any other way. This is a thing of... If what you say is true, it is a thing of marvelous invention. I haven't seen anything like this.
And it's the only other person we told is the captain. So between you and the captain,
She is the most trustworthy person I've ever met. If I've met anyone, it would be her. But I'll go fetch the book. If you will secure that in here, and I will return shortly. We'll send out some runners as well. I'll be back in just a few moments with the book and the scroll, you say.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
And he will kind of leave you in his office for a minute or two.
Can I wander off and go and see if that figurehead or the statue is still here?
Yeah, the statue's definitely still there.
Okay. And it's like
It's just right on the other side of his office.
Oh, it's in the office. Cool.
It's behind. It's the door behind the office. It's not blocked up. It's just there. Still kind of dimly lit in there. There's no windows in that room. Just a large ass demonic figurehead. And you just gotta peep the door open and it's right there. Can't miss it. But he is gone for, like I said, a couple of minutes. Comes back with putting a pair of glasses in his coat. And yes, there is the tome, the poetry, and here is he kind of pulls out out of a little silk kind of pouch, like that fits a scroll perfectly. Here is the scroll that was procured from the wizard.
I'll take them. I'll pull a scroll out and just kind of look at it real quick. Look at the title.
Yeah, Arcana check.
16.
It's a spell scroll of Fireball.
Oh yeah.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, I like this one. Whew.
No,
Around what time of day is it?
It would be around noon right now. I'd say as you're kind of, yeah, the kind of aurora would be shining in the middle of the day. Kind of like this. Over East Haven.
Well, actually, it's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
Kind of stinks to think that it's only noon though.
Yep. You guys were left pretty early in the morning. Took about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we're in the caves for like for an hour. Might be like 11 in the morning.
should we talk about further plans then?
Oh, I do have some other business to attend to. Maybe get a pint over at the Wet Trout.
Of course, don't let us keep you.
Tell them I sent you, and they'll give you a free drink. Why not? Hopefully.
Sure.
On best case, and he'll kind of reach into his pouch and hand over 2 gold. A little advance for this wonderful piece of magic. Fascinating.
Thanks. We'll be back around sooner or later.
Yes, 48 hours. I will have what you required.
Alright guys, let's head out.
Yeah, I'll bring the dogs with us over to Wet Trout.
Actually, I'll stop the party before we go anywhere. I don't like the Wet Trout. The owner's an oral worshipper, but we can go there if you guys want to. Unless I'm misremembering that.
No, that's very accurate. It is the most popular bar in East Haven.
Might be able to go to the White Lady Inn, talk to Ronaldo again. I'm sure he's not still mad.
Doesn't sound great either. I'll leave it up to you guys. But what is our plan starting now? Do you guys want to wait around here until Speaker Wayland has our reward ready? Or would you rather move on and come back?
We just will wait
Not
around.
like he's going to
Who's
run
been-
off with our money. We know where to find him.
It's true. We can pick it up anytime.
I mean, I'm not too worried about it. We did it not for money, to help people out. And plus, I already got my stuff. Smiles. I'm not sure how much is. I'm not sure how much is left. I mean, to do in the 10 town. So that there's that boat to the north, goblins to the south, Durgar to the south.
There's also, there we go. Yeah, I think the map that we found indicated a Dwergar outpost in Caer Dineval. That's correct, right? That's what the purple slash means. Yep.
And we took out the East Haven and the Calvin's Cairn one. All right.
East Haven and yeah, that's why they have little blue dots next to them as well. Blue is things that you've done. Purple was just the markings on the map proper.
Also, is there something else I can tell the party about Caer Dineval? I probably would have been there semi-recently, just before East Haven. on my rotation.
Give me a history check. I'll give you advantage since yeah, why not?
Nice.
Yeah, care. No need for guidance.
Okay,
I'll let you know. Guidance is only if you fail now, so there's no
gotcha.
But Care Denival is. It does actually have a castle on it, and it is. No one has seen the town speaker. Apparently, he's too sick and nobody's seen him in like a couple of 10 days.
Oh, that's horrible. Man, we should definitely go there.
But
Take care of the Durgar and maybe find something out with the speaker.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I mean, Andres, you're a really good healer. You should be able to help.
Yeah, did anything happen with that when I was there last? I probably would have tried at least. His personnel wouldn't let me see him. Must have either been really, really bad or just an excuse.
Well, maybe if we take care of a Durgar problem over there, and then they might just let us see him. They might not
Possibly.
even know they have a Durgar problem.
That's more likely, I think.
possibly.
What do you think, Sev? You're being quiet.
I think Moketeer, not Moketeer, wrong M.
Malverick.
Malverick made it clear that Dwargar were not our problem anymore.
Well, he didn't say that. He just said that he's gonna go take. He didn't want you to follow him, but yeah.
I mean, in that note, my thought was that he headed toward the spine of the world. He headed toward the mountains. I don't-
South, definitely.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
So I think if we clean up the 10 towns, take that influence away, we could be indirectly helping him.
Make his job easier. Whatever it is that he does.
Something, but we have plenty to do.
I am curious what the Kara thinks too. Because we all know Tia's opinion doesn't matter. It's only what Bakara thinks.
Tia's gonna give you a side eye.
Well, you talking to the cat?
I've always been a fan of taking out the Drugar.
I think Caradin of all of this then. You might even be able to make it there today.
Yeah, you definitely. There's probably enough light. You have to go all the way to if you're taking the roads, it would take.
Oh wait, that's the
It
road.
would be late in the evening, but you could get there.
All right, come on, Terry. Let's go, Mr. Door.
How's the party looking health-wise?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't have my temporary hit points. I'm good.
They took a short rest.
Gotcha.
Are you guys heading to Caradin?
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna suss out some Duragar.
That's fair. Leaving East Haven for now. Stretching out to the east way with your two dogs. What are they, Terry and what?
Mr. Adore.
Mr. Door, that's right. As you head across the road, we'll go with Andres. Roll me a 2d20, if you will.
6 and a 17.
Okay. About 4 hours into your travel, you are met with blizzard-like conditions as the winds start wisping over the road, making it harder to see, but at least you're on a road. Do you guys press on through the blizzard?
Sad. How much further?
Good question. We're
Probably got about 3 hours to go.
so we got about 5 hours to go. This keeps up. So probably not.
We can try and find somewhere,
Probably worth stopping.
a little bit of shelter.
I would say even in blizzard conditions, you could probably get there in like that's what I meant by like 3 or so hours in the conditions they are now. Like you're almost there, probably like an hour without the blizzard, and the blizzard picks up and it would stretch it to like 2 or 3.
Oh, yep.
Not the worst.
I would rather push through.
All
Push
right.
Terry.
The problem is we're at the wrong part. If we get lost, there's nothing else out here.
It's true. But we'll say Sev, give me a survival check. With a nat 20. Leading you through like a champ through this blizzard. It's cold, and kind of making sure, Severage kind of making sure that you lead them, getting some cover along the way, taking kind of like shortcuts almost to avoid this blustering wind. As no one will have to make constitution saves as you arrive at Caer Dineval. And seeing this small town nestled on a hill, kind of in the like a C shape, you do see a castle across the way. I'll bring you to that map now.
it's
Cold.
small.
It is a very small town. I think there's like maybe 100 people here. But yeah, arriving at town, wind still blustering. You can see lights lit up on several of the houses, although some of them look to be abandoned. I would say both Sev and Andres would note that the previous inn, Dinev's Rest, has been closed for years, as now there is no real inn in town. A couple of passerbys in town would... Strangers! Brings you to Caer Konig.
Mostly passing through.
Or
What's
Caer
new in town?
Dineval, sorry. I know what town we're in.
What's new in town? How's the speaker?
Speaker's still ill.
Huh.
Looking for a drink, go to the uphill climb, but looking for a place to stay for the night. You gotta go to the castle.
Anyone seen the speaker recently?
Nah, they got him holed up in the castle.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. He kind of like doesn't recognize you in the blustery wind and the snow coming down. It's pretty rough. But he kind of makes his way. Looks like he's going back to the dock area. As
Seems
you,
like
you guys
we're
would
on
arrive
the
like
buildings.
from the east way.
So the old inn's closed, but I
Yeah.
totally crashed there anyways the last time I was there. Just kind of have to get in through the back window.
No
But-
Durgar.
It's. Sorry, what was it?
There are no Durgar there.
Oh no. Granted,
It's-
it's been about a month.
Yeah, it was boarded up and it's not in good shape. Very drafty building. Nearly falling down, I would say, is what you would probably describe it as.
It's late evening.
Late evening. Probably like 8, 9 at night.
Oh, how do we feel about doing a little bit of espionage, reconnaissance, investigating?
Doing a little B&E.
That's another word for it. Yeah.
I could go for both. Maybe some breaking and entering now. Then we do some investigating in the morning.
What are you breaking and entering into?
All of them. No,
Every
we-
house.
yeah.
I thought specifically the old inn.
I thought you were going to try to break
I
into
mean-
the castle. I don't know.
Oh, we could totally also break in another abandoned house. That works too.
Yeah, can we kind of like walk around a little bit? And I mean, it wouldn't take long to walk around and just kind of see which buildings are empty, and just kind of maybe poke our heads in.
It would seem most of the buildings are actually lived in. It's just their lights aren't very bright. The Dinev's Rest, the old inn, is. If you go down there, you guys going down there?
I would assume that we would make kind of a loop.
Yeah. So
Then,
if you head to the south of Dinev's Rest first before making a loop, you would note that at the front of the building, this drafty old building, boarded up windows, a crooked weather vane shaped like a rearing dragon, kind of spinning like crazy, or at least attempting to in the wind, kind of crooked. You would notice right in front of the door a Dwergar head on a spike, frozen blood dripping down from it.
Jeez.
Yeah, Maverick is here.
But the building is thoroughly abandoned, and kind of, if you peeked in at all, there would be blood everywhere, like rampant. Not every single. There'd be like 8 bodies of Dwergar, and they're all headless. The area here would be so drafty that you would probably consider it the same as sleeping outside.
Guess I'm gonna have to retract my previous statement.
It would seem a number of the windows have been broken since you last were here, and it would seem like a couple of dwarf-sized holes in the walls. Well, larger dwarf-sized holes in the wall. Malverick made an entrance here, for sure.
Oh, let's get some sleep then. Into the care.
If they'll let us in.
Hey, head
Would
around
you like
town.
me to disguise you?
Ooh.
Who needs a disguise?
Andras.
Maybe. Did I previously get the impression that their issue was with me personally,
No.
and they wouldn't let me in.
They were just like, not taking visitors right now. Or at least the speaker wasn't taking visitors.
Okay. I think we should keep that in our back pocket as an option.
Very well.
Alright. You pass by the uphill climb, which is the only tavern in town. It looks to be... Looks like it has a really nice view of the lake and the frozen docks, but I would say, Andres, you would know that they always serve hot chowder. But they usually have a hard time getting beer and spirits.
Yeah, food and drink.
Well, they have food.
Sometimes they have drink. But at least something if we aren't let into the cairn.
But as you pass by that, heading to the castle at large, you would see a sturdy stone castle devoid of any warmth or ostentation, kind of squats atop the cliffs overlooking the town and the frozen harbor. Bordering the castle entrance, you see thick, battle-hardened wooden doors. 4 cylindrical towers look to have wind-worn flags bearing the town's heraldry, fluttering above their tiled conical roofs, like classic castle roof things. Towers are all connected by icy battlements and parapets. And atop the castle walls and within the guard towers, torches flicker. How do you approach?
Openly, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do you announce yourselves or?
Yeah. Hello. There. You got a spot for me to put my dogs?
A torch kind of comes over the wall. Hey, who goes there?
What's our name? What's our group name?
Damn it. Damn. We never
Uh,
got that far.
Just travelers.
Coming in from East Haven.
Is that
Still me.
is that a
and
bird
few-
person with you?
Yeah, that's me. Eric Okra.
Yeah, that. What are your names?
I'm Phineas. What's
I'm
your
Rose.
name?
Carl.
Carl. Nice to meet you, Carl.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Looking for a spot to stay the night?
Alright. Yeah, come on in. As getting a warmer welcome than you were here last time, Andres. The gates start to open, as you can see actually 2 gates within. Or there's a second gate within it. It takes a couple of minutes, but they welcome you in, seeing a snowy courtyard, footprints in the snow leading to various doors along the courtyard's perimeter, including tall double doors to the keep, unwelcoming row of arrow slits and barred windows on the upper floor. To the east of the double doors, a small single-story building with a slanted kind of snow-covered roof. And west of the double door are 2 unused merchant stalls and torn canopies about. Tucked under the icy stairs in the northwest corner is a slender small wooden hut with a crescent moon carved into its flimsy door. It's an outhouse. But heading in, you would be met by a couple of armored individuals. And let me double check what they're actually wearing. Yeah, wearing leather armor with scimitars at their side. Dark blue cloak. All kinds like a uniform. Well, good to get out of the blizzard, huh?
Yeah, that's a cold one.
Name's Carl. You looking for a place to stay, huh?
If you have the space, we appreciate it.
You want to be put with the dogs, or what's your business here?
Well, we were coming here to help with the Durgar problem. But it seems like it's already been solved.
Yeah, we had our eye on them.
Oh, you knew about them. Oh, well, everybody else, they were operating under everybody else's radar.
They were just hiding out in the shed, or in the old abandoned inn. We were just... Yeah, they wouldn't dare come near the castle. People in town were safe, we can assure you.
Oh, they were quite ambitious and surprisingly skilled at infiltration.
Yeah, that's what they all say. No one infiltrates the care.
Okay.
Some are invited in, though. Alright, why don't I take you to see Kadroth? You probably want to speak to anyone staying the night.
Is that the speaker?
No, the speaker's ill. Can't be seen by anyone right now.
He's ill. I'm sorry to hear that. Is he okay?
Just overworked, you know.
Right. Just as he was a month ago.
Yeah, the winter's affecting everyone all the same and all differently at the same time. Don't take it personally, he's just a busy man.
Of course. Appreciate your hospitality anyways.
Of course, yeah, I'll lead you to see Kadroth. He'll want to see anyone coming in. And, I'll kind of lead you to, the double door that you had seen in the hall, or in the courtyard. Lifting up a large crossbar as a couple of others would help him. Inside this once grand hall, dimly lit by chandeliers that are missing most of their candles. 3 long tables in the center of the hall are littered with dirty dishes, which you do see a young tiefling servant slowly collecting. A stone staircase ascends, along with a pair of stairs going down. But on the north, directly across the main entrance, hangs a banner depicting the town's heraldry. Stone watchtower on a dark blue field. Horizontal red fish facing to the right under the tower. The little teenage servant kind of looks up, trying to collect the dishes. You see him kind of snacking on some of the food as he's collecting them. Yeah, right this way. I'll take you through. And takes you to, there's a few doors in here. They'll take you to the left room, immediately to your left into this great hall. You just finished dinner, so maybe we'll try and get something out of the kitchen for you. I'll take you to inside. Thube should be, yeah. And he kind of opens the door. Hey, Thube. I got some people who Kadroth probably want to see. They're staying the night. As like a human and kind of furs, a little open, as there is a fireplace within here. This well-appointed sitting room inside. Comfortable furnishings and fire burning in the hearth as you enter. The other guys, yeah, okay. Well, knocks on the door behind him. Kind of listens. Yeah, alright, come on in. And he will lead you, into another room. There's this kind of disheveled human and leads you into an office of sorts where you do see looks to be a very nice office. Very ornate. Looks to have a fireplace as well. Papers kind of piled up in here. And kind of standing by the fireplace, you would see this man. Yes, thank you, Thoob. Welcome, come in. A bit busy these days. Thoob, if you'll wait by the door, please. Come in. Out of the cold, huh?
Oh yeah. Yep. Out of the cold.
Ah, you must be the Phineas Featherdash, am I wrong?
Oh, yeah. My name precedes me. Yeah, that's me.
I read an excellent article by you some time ago.
Yeah. Which article was that? I do have quite a few.
It was quite scandalous, if I do say so myself.
Oh, that article. Made it up here, huh?
You could say that, yes. So, what brings you to the castle?
I think that we were just leaving. Just came to say hi. Yeah.
Oh, leaving?
Just taking in the sights.
Oh, I'd never met you in person. I thought to kind of pick your brain a little. If someone said that there was an Aarakocra named Phineas, I thought for sure this couldn't be just a coincidence. Come to write more articles, huh? Curious though.
I am actually working on one right now. Well, it's not really an article, more of a whole story book. And you can see Phineas is starting to kind of shake a little bit.
Oh. Oh no, it's quite alright. Forgive my manners. I am Cadroth. I've been appointed to the town speaker here for a number of months now. Been quite the winter up here, eh? I would love to read your next article or book even. That would be fabulous.
It's not done yet. I would quite say that we're not even to the middle. So I still have to write it.
Of course. I'm curious about that process. Do you often put yourself in the midst of these stories, or was that one kind of a one-off?
Yeah. Well, what happened down in Waterdeep wasn't it didn't really go to plan. So that's why I came up here. I mean, the process has kind of changed. I don't mean to be part of the story. It's just kind of happening.
Ah, fascinating. And who are your traveling companions? If you don't mind me asking, please sit down, have a seat, have a drink. I do have some wine around here. Yes. Kind of points over some bottle of wine.
Can I do an insight check? Does he mean any kind of or is he upset about the article at all?
Give me an insight check.
ties to it, him being a tiefling, and have that ancestry. 13.
13. This guy's kind of hard to read. You don't know if he seems like a smooth talker for sure. Like he's very political, kind of suave. And starts to pour a few glasses of wine. You just missed dinner. Not great up here, but it is what it is.
We were told you were aware of the Duergar threat that seems to be plaguing some of the 10 towns.
It was no threat as far as we could see. They were taking up space in an abandoned building. I didn't see any harm for action, but someone told me just not long ago that someone went in there and killed them all. Curious.
Indeed.
But
It's,
fortunate, as we don't want their kind around, but Strange bedfellows, am I right? As he kind of looks to Tia. And then Alara.
Tia will just kind of give him a little nod.
As of yet, we're still...
He'll pour enough glasses for all of you guys. And kind of scoot them over a little bit onto the desk, which is piled with papers.
Not gonna have them just yet.
I take the glass, but I don't drink out of it.
You see him drinking one.
I drink the wine.
Oh, he's drinking?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, well, I guess we're good then.
To new friends, eh?
Friends, yeah, sure.
Well, it'd be nice if you all introduced yourselves. I'm introduced mine, and we all know Phineas here, the famed author.
Phineas has an uneasy smile.
I'm Tia.
Oh, a pleasure. Pleasure.
Andras. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. Last time I was here, your guards wouldn't let me in to see the speaker about his woes.
Oh, he's taken ill recently and is a bit busy. Yeah.
I'd like to insight him on
Yeah.
that.
Give me an
Me
insight
too,
check.
please.
Nice.
Alright. Yeah, he's lying about that. I mean, it's you know.
Still, I'm wondering why the sudden change in attitude.
No, I heard Phineas Featherdash was about, and I figured, let him in. Why not?
Yeah,
I heard about some happenings, and I believe it was the mine over in Tourmaline, and then the before that. Oh, what was it? The Good Mead, and then between those was something with the Wood Town, Lonely Wood. That's it.
You and yours are well connected, it seems.
Oh, we keep
clearly not.
informed. Yes, of course. The towns are tight-knit. Well, at least close in proximity. Yes.
But you're not from around here, are you?
Oh, no, I would say there are many
I guess.
transplants.
So, is there anything we can do for you?
Oh, not at all.
Not a lot happening in here, I assume.
No, people don't tend to mess with towns with a castle. We don't have rampaging monsters or animals eating people. or kobolds in a mine. Nothing of that nature. We are quite civilized here.
I would also like to insight that because I am just getting such bad like vibes from this guy.
What are you trying to see about this insight? About being
Like
civilized?
if he's well, just if like he's running some underground thing where like, you know, where they pay the bandits off kind of thing, like to like not attack the town. Like he just seems super shady and it doesn't seem like there should be something going on around town. Like I feel like he's got something on the down low or that he's hushing something out.
Okay, give me an insight check. Just to kind of see if he has anything hidden, I guess.
Good roll.
Okay, with a 19.
Damn.
Yeah, he's absolutely hiding stuff. There are definitely a lot of things he's probably not saying.
Yeah, no, it's not my fault. I didn't make the Goslaners do that. I wasn't my fault. I just reported what they were doing.
Oh, of course. We all have choices, and some of them are made for us. I understand that, feathered friend. I don't hold that against you. It's an article. Some would even say a truthful one.
He's gonna kind of pat Phineas on the shoulder and give him like a couple of like tight squeezes while she's doing it.
Yeah, he is tense.
Well, I see you all are weary traveled, and you can easily take some room in the servants' quarters across the hall here. But it was a pleasure meeting you. I do hope I could be of assistance in any future writings, and your traveling companions seem to keep you quite safe. I'm sure there might be a scandal here that I can already see as he glares at Alara. But I get ahead of ourselves. Maybe the scandal is already in the book. Can't wait to read it.
I'm gonna
make sure you get an advanced copy.
I'm gonna finish my wine and give him a smile as I put my cup down.
He smiles back. And then does like a little snap of his fingers. Bethu will show you to your room. As the door opens behind you all. Yeah, boss.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, my pleasure. I revel in meeting strangers. Yes. Thub, if you will show these to the guest quarters, please. Let me find them again. Caldroth. Where'd he go? He's a tiefling. Do like, yeah, boss.
And he's got a dagger.
That's just like, it's flavor. He's got, I guess they could have had him holding a glass of wine, but the Thub
that
will
would definitely be less sinister, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no foreshadowing.
Although a
in
glass
that
of wine
picture.
could also be like a glass of blood, you know, you never know.
It's better than a dagger.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm a little more interested in that piece of jewelry he's wearing.
Yeah, that too.
It's pretty.
It is pretty. But Thu will take you over across the way to what looks to be a servant's bedchamber, where there's probably a dozen or so beds, but only looks to be 2 servants sleeping there. Next, there's only one tiefling, older woman. Like, yeah, here at work. We'll have breakfast in the morning for you guys. Name's Thub. If you need anything, I'll be right across the hall from you.
Thub is also a tiefling?
Thub's a human.
Human. But Carl was Carl.
Carl was a human. The
Okay.
servant boy was a tiefling, and the woman in the servant's quarters is a tiefling.
None of
Red
these
skin
people
as well.
are locals.
Uh,
They aren't familiar.
give me an insight check. I mean, you don't know everyone in the 10 towns.
Fair point. Nope. I think I clicked it. It might be coming.
Maybe.
There it is.
You might recognize a couple of people in passing. I mean, you've only seen like 4 or 5 people so far, so it's not like... The servants look... I don't know if you'd ever been in the castle before or not, so it's... You probably... Some of them look weather-weary, you know. But you would only notice one servant in here. But yeah, name's Stu. I'm right across the hall if you need anything. Again, we'll have breakfast up early in the morning. Isn't that right, Izzy? As the sleeping woman in here. Karu's in the middle of finishing it up right now. She's the cook. Thank you, Thum. Alright, you guys sleep tight.
Thank you, Thum.
Yep.
And the woman just kind of turns and just kind of tries to make herself comfortable in her bed once again. Leaving you guys kind of to yourselves.
Hey, Phineas, you didn't tell us you were a famous journalist.
Yeah, well, that's kind of why I came up here. One of the last articles that I wrote, I was in Waterdeep, and it was summertime. Every day, just hot. And a group of adventurers, I came across them. They were doing a little bit of investigating about this family, the Castellanters, and we ended up all finding that they made a deal with the devil, and they were supposed to sacrifice an absurd amount of gold and just a bunch of human lives, or a bunch of lives, and they had to do that in order to save their children from being turned into lemurs. And they made that deal themselves. That they wanted to get power from the devil, or a devil, and I just that was a good story. I had to write about it. It was all true. But yeah, the ruling families and other nobility, they didn't, take it too well. That, one of their own was exposed. So I came up here.
Hide out.
Yeah, and with tieflings, they're. I mean, I don't want to, make assumptions about a whole species, but it's devil blood, and that's a touchy story for me. I was just nervous. Sorry.
Sorry that happened to you. It sounds like you did the right thing, and well, suffered the consequences for it.
It's just the truth. I have to put the truth out there. And now this whole thing with Oral, Oh, I just feel like me being in the story. I'm not sure. I am thinking something fishy is going on here with Conroth and the speaker. And at this, when I say that, I kind of lower my voice to be a little bit so that the person across the room doesn't hear me. But what my but my
Yeah, give me a
first story is out in the open.
give me a stealth check.
I already have inspiration, so
Okay.
I will re-roll.
Okay.
11.
Okay. You feel like you're being quiet about it. Fire crackling in the room as well. It is warm in here. No windows.
Yeah. I think something is definitely strange here, but I can't exactly put my finger on it.
I don't trust him.
Been very friendly and hospitable so far. Apparently out of sheer curiosity?
He's been lying and not telling the truth or hiding the truth.
Doesn't seem to want anything from us, which has me confused.
Yeah, confused. That's what I'm feeling. That doesn't happen too often.
I don't like his interest in you. It's off.
Okay. I'm gonna not take offense to that because I am an interesting person. But I agree.
You are, but
in
his
this
interest in
this
particular.
circumstance, yes, I agree. Is the door locked to the room?
Go find out.
Yeah. Yeah, I try and just.
The door
Right.
opens up into the large entryway.
I close the door back up. And... Oh, at least we're not locked in here.
There is a big map for this place if you want to see it.
Sure.
Foreshadowing. Da, da, da.
It's not foreshadowing. Just that there is a map.
What? I'd really like to
As you guys were
check on the previous speaker.
there, I
guess he's still the speaker.
I can move you to where you guys had been previously. Is all. Move you guys here. This is the room with the big room, stairs going up. It's the courtyard, and there were 2 double doors here. And then this was the room with the guy, and there. The office.
And which rooms are these in conjunction with where the other room was? Where was that? That was here and up here?
Yeah, so across the hall is where Kadroth was.
So we don't know what's like in these rooms?
Yeah, you have
We
no
don't know-
idea what's upstairs.
Okay.
Those are upstairs.
Well, it's just black for me. So I'm just trying to get like
Yep.
a spatial like where in my head.
I know. It's a toughie. There is a woman in here with you. Let me find
I am curious what's going on with the speaker, the real speaker.
Same.
Yeah, I want to try and say this quietly. So, do you want me to roll a stealth?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. You're being quiet.
He's probably poisoning the speaker if he's not already dead. That way he can control the in and outs of the castle and what happens in the town.
Do you think you could slyly send out Bakara to maybe check in?
Yes. I will turn Bakara invisible and go out, send him out into the hallways to try and spy around.
As you send the invisible cat out, that'll be a good spot for us to take a little 5-10 minute break. So we'll pick up with some snooping around here in a bit. So stick around, folks. We'll be back at about 35, 40 after. So see you guys here in a few. We'll be back. Well, alright, folks. Welcome back to our Rime of the Frostmaiden. Last we left, our troop, after dropping off a cauldron of food for an exchange for money and a book and a scroll, decided to take a little trip up to Caer Dineval to see if their Dwergar were still there. Finding that Malverick actually took care of it already, or someone else, possibly Malverick. You guys needed a place to stay, went to the castle, had a curious talking with a tiefling individual who seemed to know Phineas from his writings. Sensing something was amiss, no one seeing the speaker, you guys decided to do some snooping with Bakara, Tia's cat familiar. And that's where we're going to pick up. Tia just sent Bakara out into the area there. And you would see the tiefling boy, if you're kind of doing your vision thing, you would see the tiefling boy still messing about with the dishes in there, collecting and kind of bringing them to the kitchen and from the kitchen.
Okay, is the tiefling boy kind of paying attention to where we are as well, or is he just completely doing his own thing?
Give me an insight check.
Do I use Bakara's sheet for that?
It's your. Well, I mean, if you're looking through Bakara, use yours.
Okay.
For like physical stuff, like stealth and stuff, will be Bakara.
Bakara's. Okay. Insight. There it is.
Hard to tell. This kid servant, he's probably 14-year-old tiefling.
Yeah, that was a bad roll. Okay, I'm gonna move away from there. Gonna go south.
South is the double doors to the courtyard.
Oh, okay. Right, west.
Okay, it's a door. Bakara can't open doors. It's a cat.
Damn. Meow. Would I know if they keep like cats in castles and stuff like that as like mousers?
There's one way to find out.
Especially in the cold.
All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna drop the invisibility
Okay.
and sit there and stare at the door and meow quietly and kind of like paw at it like I'm asking to like go outside and whatnot.
The kid will pay attention. Oh, how'd you get out, Touche? Don't worry, I'll bring you back. And he picks Bakara up. Taking Bakara upstairs.
Roll with it.
As Bakara is led upstairs. No, put you right in the wall. Yeah, I did it again. Takes you up here into a hallway. And then leave the door open because you know he's going back. You would open it to another room where you would see another cat in here. Looks to be a... Double check where you can... Skipping all over the place. Looks to be a large gilded mirror covering most of the east wall. Furnishings include an ornately carved wooden table and chair, and a black cat just like Bakara is the sole occupant. The child's like, "Oh, what? Touche?" Picks up Bakara, looks right at. Where'd you come from? Oh. Okay. And tosses in the room with Touche. Well, you stay here with Touche to keep company. I'll stoke the fire for you. You still got food, Touche? Yeah, okay. And stokes the fire, make sure that it's all warm in there. And then leaves. He's in there for like a minute or two if there's anything Bakara would be doing.
Just kind of like looking around the room and seeing if there's anything of note.
Give me an investigation check with Bakara. The intelligence check. Don't see anything out of the ordinary other than the fact that the cat in here is just staring right at Bakara.
He's gonna kind of turn his chin up and like, I'm better than you kind of way. And then I want to try and stealth out of the room.
While the child's
while the other
stoking the fire.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check with Bakara.
That's Dex.
The Dex, yes. Like, oh, where are you going, kitty? Come back here. Are you just running from him? There would be another door on the opposite end of this hallway, and you start running away from the child. The cat, it's about the same speed, but the cat's more nimble. He's never going to catch up to you.
All right.
Where's the cat going? Like I said,
I'm gonna
like
go down this
room.
way.
Okay. This is the bottom floor where you were at. There is a door across the way, but going back down the stairs would lead you back to here.
Okay. So I just came back to where I started from.
Yep, as the kid rushing down. Well, I guess if you want to help me with the dishes, you can. And he'll kind of like go back to work, like, I don't know, cats. 2 of them.
All right. I'm going to go invisible again and go back into the room.
Into what room?
Into the room that we're all in.
Okay, give me a stealth check, because you got to open the door and to see if the kid notices.
Okay.
He's busy with dishes. He does not seem to notice much as you let Bakara back in. And you could always just dismiss and re-summon also.
I'll just let him back in and he can hang out around my neck.
Alright.
Rather uneventful. Cats can't open doors.
Worth a try.
They had an entire room just for a cat?
Did she tell them
It
that?
was rather cozy. Yeah, she would.
It was a person's bedroom that just looks like it didn't see much use.
Probably the seeker's room. Or speaker's room.
You didn't see the speaker.
Yeah, if he's sick, he should be in his room.
But it did seem like a fancy room, so it would either be his room or that.
I will
I'm
say
guessing,
everything except for the
people.
room you're in seems pretty fancy.
Oh, okay. That one had a cat.
We must go in there immediately.
Must pet the kitty cat.
How do you guys want to proceed in the morning?
To do what?
Or at night. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Well, I guess overall.
I would like to get to the bottom of whatever's happening to the speaker, but I don't think that Kadroth is gonna let us do that.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
seems unlikely.
So our best bet is probably to sneak out tonight and figure it out.
Wander aimlessly through the castle, killing all the guards that see us.
We definitely don't want to turn this entire place against us.
Don't want to do that.
Did you guys notice those amulets the people are wearing?
I did see that Kadroth had one, yeah. Other people have them too?
Mm-hmm. Guy at the gate had one. Didn't pay too much attention to it then, but something about that is weird.
I would say on your time out, Tia, with Bakara, didn't look like a lot of guards inside for such a big space.
It didn't look very well guarded around. Perhaps it might be easier to sneak around as a group than most other places, anyways.
Yeah. Well, why don't we wait until that other servant comes back in, let them fall asleep, and then maybe sneak out?
All of us?
At
Just
least
wander
Severage.
aimlessly.
Severage and you, at least. Severage is sneaky, and if you find the speaker, you might be able to heal him.
Yeah.
If he's not dead already.
It's up to y'all if you guys do anything, or you can just sleep the night and whatever.
I'm good with sneaking. I can also
Yeah, me
read
too.
this book tonight too. Either way. Yeah, Sev?
I don't see
She'll
a way
give
this ends.
a nod.
Tia's in. Sev, you say no?
I don't see a way how this ends well, but
Worst thing is maybe we're just looking around, right?
Such a beautiful place. We
Very
must
fancy.
admire it. Phineas has a book to write.
the way I understood it, Phineas wasn't the one wandering around.
I can wander around too.
Wait. What if in the morning you asked Kadroth for, sort of a tour of the care? To put in your book? Yeah, or article, whatever.
So, me be a distraction? By myself?
Bakara could
with
tail
Kadroth?
you and be invisible and take a look around as you wander.
Or you could use it as an excuse in case you're the one who gets caught. He would just, gathering information.
Unless he himself has made a deal and he's worried that Phineas might uproot his deal.
Yeah, that was my thought, yeah. It just, things just kind of happen to, the truth kind of unfolds around me. It just kind of happens. So that's totally a possibility. But I do think that if we are planning on sneaking around, tonight is the best bet, not tomorrow morning.
Yeah, probably right.
Alright, so we all just go? We all sneak?
Just gonna wander the castle aimlessly.
It's not completely aimless. Just mostly.
And then when we find who we're looking for, what do we do?
Well, depends on what kind of state that we find them in and what we need to do. I think we need more information.
When we get that information, we probably won't have time to discuss what we're going to do.
I trust everybody here.
I did too, and then everybody ran.
Are you referring to the Hag Cave?
We take every fight. And then we find one we wanted to do. And then we don't take that one.
Modern
though.
fairness, we did walk. We didn't run.
No, we regrouped 30 feet away and talked for a few minutes.
And then you took that fight, didn't you?
Yeah. Would have been a different fight. I don't see a result that doesn't have us fighting our way out of here.
If we have to fight, I'm fine fighting. I just don't want that to be our first option.
I mean, like, what do you think is going on here?
No idea, honestly.
Like,
I mean, nothing could be going on. We could be just really suspicious of everybody because of what we've gone through.
he hasn't been seen in months.
Yeah.
So he's either dead or a prisoner.
Most likely. Either way, I'd like to find out.
I'm not saying we don't do it. I'm just saying don't go into this with expectations of this not ending in conflict. There's a
Chance it will.
secret. There's a secret here, and when we find it, they will kill us for knowing it.
So, should we be well rested then before we take off on our unguided tour?
I'm relatively okay. And got this too. You pass the scroll.
A fireball indoors might do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast fireball. Right?
Classic.
Are you not feeling well to do this tonight?
We can do it tonight. We aren't going to have time to discuss what happens when it happens. So we need to be on the same page.
If they come after any of you, or if they come after me, I say we fight. But
Yeah, deal.
doesn't seem like there's too many people in here.
No,
And
there's
getting out shouldn't be too bad.
we're inside the castle. Getting out is always the hard part.
Well, getting out of a castle is also easier than getting in a castle.
Not always.
Quiet, quiet. Somebody's opened the door.
It was one of you guys. I would say after you're done, like you would notice that the child, the tiefling child, isn't always out there.
Let's sneak out at a time when he's not there, and just kind of stealthily but somewhat openly, just kind of try and find the speaker's room.
Where should we be headed? Upstairs? Where they took Akara?
You think he's in his room, or do you think he's in the
Dungeon.
cell?
Yeah, actually,
Easiest place to keep him and keep the ruse up. They'd probably have him incapacitated with some sort of poison or spell.
They don't let people in here. There's no reason to keep a ruse up.
I think we should go upstairs. That gives us a little bit of plausible deniability.
Yeah, and
As soon as we
Bakara,
get poked around in some dungeon, we're
exactly.
100% exposed.
Can make one of us invisible, along with Bakara, as an insurance. We'll have it for an hour.
Lara will say, well, get rid of all the lights. No one can see me.
Phineas and Servage can't see either.
She kind of shrugs.
Fair.
It's a them problem.
Yeah.
Not a good scout when I'm blind.
It is
If we're
well
going
lit
in the
for the
dark,
most
I
part.
might as well not go.
I don't think we need invisibility yet.
Yes, yeah.
And I think that I'm the least stealthy one. And I think that if we get caught, that I might be able to talk us out. Maybe. So I might want to be visible.
My armor's pretty loud too. But
Let's start wandering.
okay.
Alright, so you guys wait until you don't see the child. And start snooping around. Into this area. It does look a lot cleaner in here than when you first entered.
We'll head up the stairs. Hey,
Alright.
which way did Bakara not go?
As Tia, there was the door's still opened over there to the hallway as you kind of go up the stairs. Which that is where you went, but there were two doors over there. And there's a door down here.
Which way? The west is open.
I followed Severage.
You know, if you want to look in that door, we can look in this door and see what's up.
I want everyone to give me a wisdom save.
Oh.
Ooh, that's on that one.
Inspiration.
Yay.
Yeah.
Probably come in handy.
Alright. Both Tia and Phineas.
Resistance for Seb if he fails.
It's mostly just to see who would notice this. And you would both feel something drawing you towards the western door that is open.
Seb, I don't think I think it's the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that door.
Yeah. I'll walk over there as well, leaving Severage.
I listen at this door for a beat and give it a second. But
Give me a perception check. You don't hear anything coming from within.
This is directly above where we were.
It is.
So architecturally, but the first floor had more doors.
Correct.
That's essential. I'll give it. Is this door locked?
It is. It doesn't appear so. You give it a little kind of twist just for a moment, just to check. It does not appear locked.
But we're being drawn to the other one.
A couple of people are. They sense something.
I stealthily open this door and give it a peek.
Give me a stealth check, and then give me a perception check to see how much are you opening it.
Enough to see in, so
Okay.
like probably a little. God, perception's bad today.
Peeking inside. You would see the room looks immaculately furnished. All the trappings of a royal bedchamber, including a soft bed, warm quills, elegant tapestries, and a gilded chamber pot. You would notice bars over the windows dispel the air of luxury somewhat. Just inside the door, you do see a guard standing right there. You would notice squatting in the far corner of the room is a pale man wearing a nightgown, unkempt beard, and seems hard at work filling a chamber pot.
Disgusting.
God damn it.
I glance over and wave Sev over.
I don't know if I would. I mean, would I even know him if I saw him?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Can't my character sheet won't open. There we go. History, my favorite.
You don't recognize this man.
That is a lavishly furnished room.
Super lavishly furnished.
And there was a guard in this room.
There was at least a guard that you saw.
Signs are pointing to importance. We'll send a message over. Who's at the door over there? Looks like
Tia?
Tia's at the door.
Yeah, that's open to that hallway.
Yeah, he is at the door.
Just send a message over and ask what you see.
An empty hallway.
With two doors at the end. The door that you went in previously was here. I would say you would sense something in the north door.
Feeling that? It's full.
We have a large room with two people in it over here.
One of them's a guard, right?
One of them, there's at least two people in this room, and at least one of them is armed.
So the second we go in there, shit's probably gonna hit the fan.
To be fair, you guys don't know that because he's only sending this to Tia, but Tia can translate. But yes.
I want to use Bakara. I want him to go, for them to go invisible and slip between. Does Severage still have the door open?
I would say at this point he would have shut it out of fear.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will send Bakara in if you open the door again.
I mean, I can open the door, but I don't know that they're going to believe a cat opened the door.
they're not going to see a cat. And Bakar will go invisible.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I don't have to open the door very much for a cat, so.
Give me another stealth check. Fair enough. The cat goes in there. Are you seeing through Bakar's eyes? Is Tia looking through Bakar's eyes?
Sorry, I guess I was muted.
You would see what he saw, except for there's actually 2 guards in here.
I want to take like a good look around. Like, does it look like this is the speaker's room, or could be the speaker's room?
This
Is there
is like
anything of
5
significance
times more lavishly decorated than the one that you were in previously.
Oh, yeah, it's got a golden toilet.
Yeah, that he's currently shitting in.
Would Andres know what the speaker looks like if I were to describe him to him?
Probably, yeah.
It's been a while.
All right, I take the opportunity to just really describe through Bakara what the guy in the room with the 2 guards looks like to Andres.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you describe this man. Andres, give me a history check. Kind of sounds similar to what the speaker is, although he used to be clean shaven.
Yeah, that's probably him. Good likelihood.
But now do we
I feel something over here, though.
go
Okay.
check out that feeling, or do we free the speaker first? At the very least, we know where he is, but now he's a hostage if we get found out, and they could use him as leverage.
I say let's check out that feeling.
It's a peek. Yeah, let's look.
Can I leave Bakara invisible in that room for
Absolutely.
the time being?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. He's gonna put himself in a corner out of the way.
Sure.
And then, as long as I'm within range, if something happens in that room, I'd like him to alert me.
All right.
I'll use the telepathy, the psi crystal, to tell Severage that we're following up on this feeling real quick. We're just gonna take a peek. We'll be back.
I'm gonna move to the opposite side of the door, so I'm behind it if it opens.
Okay. Fair enough.
Is this a window?
It is a arrow slit.
There's enough to peek out. Is there anything going on outside?
No. Blizzard conditions outside.
Great.
Yep. Doesn't look like anyone's walking the parapets. It's a couple of torchlights flickering from the towers on the lower area, but no, looks quiet. As Phineas goes and looks alone down the dark hall.
I go into the hallway.
All right, you would see a door to your left and a door to your right. Tia would have told you to the left is where she saw the cat.
Andres, you're behind me, right? You got me?
Totally. Right there, with you.
Alright, I'll try and open this door very quietly.
Give me a stealth check. Sorry.
2.
The loud creaking as you open the north door.
Yep.
It opens up loudly.
I trip. Kind of stumble into the room a little
Yeah.
bit.
As you start to stumble in, a chilly draft kind of wafts through the bedroom, despite the roaring fire in the hearth. Bundled under the thick quilt and seated in a squat rocking chair in front of the fire looks to be a venerable dwarf. A wooden peg where her right foot should be. Next to her, on a small table, is a plate of food. Oh, I've been dreading this moment. As she kind of turns and looks towards you.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
hi.
oh, literal peg leg.
Hey, I walk head into the room. Hi, I'm Phineas. I'm just looking around. Writing a book.
Come in, won't you?
Yeah, okay.
Sit a spell.
I will go in and have a seat.
You are many.
Hello.
Yeah, this is my friend, Andres.
Pleasure.
Right.
I assure
I'm
you,
Hethel Arkarin.
you have nothing to dread from us. I assure you.
Oh, you don't know what it means, child. But I've been expecting your company for some time. Some time indeed.
Our company specifically? Like, us?
Did I stutter, child?
Telepathy to Sev. Hey, this isn't going quite to plan. We had a situation over here. Doesn't seem hostile yet, though.
But you've expected us.
Yes.
For what purpose?
Got some news to tell you. I have
Okay. We're all yours.
foreseen every event that is to come. I get glimpses of the future.
Phineas leans
Please,
in.
do share them.
She kind of like coughs a little bit. There is many a thing. There is a Dwergar warlord, one which you know about but don't know of, named Zardarok Sunblight. He will conquer Icewind Dale, lest he is defeated by the likes of you or your companions. Some things are a bit muddied. He has a fortress, one which you already have on a map. Hidden in the spine of the world, contains, among other things, a forge powered by the still beating heart of a red dragon. Do not take this lightly. He has a plan for the systematic even, destruction of the 10 towns as they are now. Which all lie within the fortress. Should you face him before you are truly ready, you will die. You will die a most gruesome death. You must first test your mettle against the horrors that haunt the farthest reaches of Icewind Dale before you can hope to survive the perils of Zardarok's fortress. She grins a little. Now leave me. She kind of sits there and leans back in her chair.
Okay.
As you would see her body relax immensely As she
I just
slumps over right there.
Just want to let you know this is going in the book. Andres.
Just die.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on her. Check for a pulse.
No need for a check. She's dead.
He cut that off and just dies.
I prestidigitate Andres' fingers off of her fingerprints off her neck. Sorry, evidence is gone. All right.
Okay. Alright. Yep. Okay, let's get out.
That's cool. As Phineas is doing that, I want to loot her body.
She has a peg leg. As she kind of is slumped there, the fire the fire in here would go out as everything gets dark in the room and a wind just kind of starts swirling about in here.
Andres, she's got the same amulet.
Right.
She does. That would be on her body too as you're searching her. She's got nothing of value other than the amulet, which let me double check. Looks to be made of, kind of glancing at it, looks to be made of Chardolin.
All right, I'm gonna take the amulet and put it in my pocket.
All right.
Should hurry. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
To the speaker.
Leverage, you're not gonna believe this. I'll fill you in later. Crazy lady. All right, ready to go in. Break door down.
You're gonna want to trade me spaces.
This is all empty space there for Tia.
Ready to go?
That's downstairs.
Well, the line is like right in the middle of the hallway.
It is. What are you guys doing?
Wow, we're all ranged people. That sucks. Who's going in first?
I got it. I'm gonna slide in.
Okay. As you do, the town speaker pulls his pants up. Perfect timing. As the two guards, hey, what are you doing? Both kind of hands at their scimitars.
Yeah, I knew it was coming to this. I'm just gonna do it. It was the plan all along. I'm just gonna immediately try to take out the first one.
So as you draw a weapon, or if you had a weapon drawn to begin with,
yeah, I would have had it ready because
we would roll initiative then.
Yeah, I was always going to come to this.
You know.
I told you this downstairs.
You know, at schools, you don't have to have your token clicked anymore to roll initiative.
As a DM, you have to have certain ones clicked. Otherwise, it gets wonky.
You have things linked, yes.
But Severage, yeah, you're up first. You draw your weapon, whatever that is.
My crossbow. Is he thoroughly? Do we have a surprise?
I'd say he is not surprised. Like, you see each other at the same time, essentially.
Yeah, this was my plan the whole time, was just to slide in and take him out. So.
All right.
That means I have to.
They're attentive. They've been watching the door as best they can.
Yeah, but attentive and reactive is not necessarily the same. If I want to do damage, I can't move. If I don't move, I'm alone. And initiative order is bad.
I mean, you know.
Because they are not surprised.
To be fair, I don't think surprise will exist in the new rules anymore.
It will. It'll just be different.
Kind of.
Yeah, it seems a little different. But yeah. Zev, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna steady aim and take out this guy, I guess.
Alright. Give me a shot. Nat 20. Abso-freaking-lutely. As just a straight shot to the neck as he's gets his sword maybe an inch pulled out. It just kind of stops and grabs for his neck as he falls down against the wall there. Anything for Sev? That's it. We get movement. Bonus
That
action
was all of
steady
my
in.
things, unless I can intimidate as a free action.
Not these guys.
All right, well, I'm stuck.
All right. As he grasps his neck, his body freezes as much like Houndsdon did, as his body freezes to a ice sculpture version of himself. That'll take us to Tia.
Tia is gonna hit the other guard with psychic laughter.
Okay. As that doesn't look like, because it doesn't require any. It just requires material component. As it makes a wisdom save. Yes. Got a big old 12. As yeah, just this is a tiefling guy. He does fall to the ground, immediately laughing, filling the room with laughter from what you guys hear from outside. Do you tell him anything inside of his head, or is it just like, nah, this is funny, laugh?
Your friend just died. How do you feel?
As he starts laughing it up.
Panic. It's panic laughter.
Yep. You can't walk on top of Phineas.
I wasn't trying to. I was trying to go through the door and go beside Severidge.
Oh.
But it wasn't quite working for
I would
me.
say Severidge is blocking the door at the moment. He kind of
Okay, that's
he
fair.
stepped in, bent down, and kind of aimed his crossbow.
It's not difficult
All
terrain.
I would
Like,
I would
No
say
friendlies, any?
I would say through this. Give me an acrobatics check. See if you can move, just because of the doorway situation. Same thing with like hallways too. All right, yeah, you can definitely, like a cat, hop over him. And that'll take us to Phineas.
I want to get in the room too.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Can he use verticality since he can fly?
I will say that'll make the DC less for him.
Okay.
It's still the space. With a 5, I would say in the moment, Severidge is kind of taking up too much of the doorway. As you saw Tia kind of lunge over, you're like, yeah, I can do that too. Your wing kind of gets caught in the doorway there. It's not a good place for flying.
No. These dex rolls not very good. Let's do.
I think it's handled.
Yeah, I'll just ready a firebolt.
Okay.
Back up a little bit. I'm not off the thing. I can be right here, right?
Yeah, you can get on like the banister or whatever, like kind of leaning back against it.
I'll just have a firebolt held if this guy goes to make an attack.
Okay. He's currently on the ground laughing his ass off.
Yeah, but if he goes to make an attack.
All right, that will take us to Andrus, who hears the same thing. I forgot to roll for her. Alara is also surprised.
Can I step in over here?
Yeah, you can step into the doorway.
I guess I'll try the same thing. Try to jump over Severage.
Give me a acrobatics check.
Not great at those.
You trying to look for an angle to jump over him. He's in the way. Not as agile as a cat.
That's true. Yeah. I
Small
guess I'll
teenager
hold.
is blocking a whole.
Yep.
On one knee, he's blocking the whole door.
Instead of using my reaction for my held action, can I use my reaction for guidance?
No. Well,
Okay.
actually, yeah, you can.
Actually-
Yeah, you can.
In that case, let me just guidance myself then,
Okay.
if that is applicable here.
It is. That
So
is
you
what
can
it's
keep
for.
your. So you can keep your fireball. So 11.
You just needed a 1. As you jump over, he's just at difficult terrain.
This guy's incapacitated right now.
Yeah, he's kind of on the ground, rolling, laughing, kind of didn't even get a chance to pull his sword out.
Could I get some? I probably don't have rope, do I?
I don't know.
I do not. Nope. Cannot time up.
No one has
Okay.
rope. We found that
Yep.
out the hard way. We found that out last week.
Fair.
Tia had rope.
Yeah, I have rope.
Okay, I'll try to.
Only if
Let's
you
try
got
to
it
grapple
back.
him then.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
No, it's a strength or dexterity save now, which he auto fails because he's incapacitated, right?
No, it's still
No?
he does still autofill. They rechanged it back to the other thing.
Ah, okay, fair.
Or maybe it's yours sets the DC for it. I remember they did change it back to acrobatics or athletics. You gotta get up on the times. We got three months to remember this. Grapple.
No, they didn't actually. Still. Playtest 8, right?
Yeah,
Still the unarmed attack thing.
unarmed attack. That's what I was looking for. Okay,
Must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw.
nice. Maybe they flip flopped on it then. But yeah, you grab a hold of him.
Nice. Hold him, pin him to the ground even more.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Does he get a saving throw after being hurt from Tasha's laughter?
Yes.
if it
Beginning of
takes
each turn, and
damage.
each time it takes damage.
Okay. So he's still laughing as you're holding on to him. And let's see if he makes his save to... He stops laughing like, "Hey, what's going on here? Hey, stop this." Which will take us to Krannik's turn. Please kill him. Now. That will take us to Severage.
I will
Actually,
oblige.
alright.
I'll just walk up and dagger him.
I will say no roll necessary as he being held by Andrus. We just dagger him straight to the chest like no. Excellent. Thank you, friends. We'll hop out of initiative there as you enter into the room of the speaker.
Close the door.
Hello, speaker. You seem well, all things considered.
Well, I've been cooped up here for so long. Who are you all?
Still don't have a name.
We don't need a name. We
Just-
were given names when we were born. Use those.
Just adventurous travelers from East Haven.
Well, you have my thanks. This cult or whatever it is came in under the guise of...
Yeah, lower your voice if you can.
came under the guise of... well, I'm sure they all know that they each have amulets. They know things about each other. I'm sure they know that you killed them. But
Well, shit.
they claim to be neutral arbiters employed by the Council of Speakers to help Caer Dineval resolve the fishing dispute we had with East Haven some time ago, and Caer Koenig, the leader, Kadroth, answers to someone named Levistus, whoever that may be. His boss, I assume.
Did you say Levistus?
Yeah.
The
And everyone can roll
devil.
Everyone can roll a religion check to see if you've heard of that name. Not that common. I'll give Phineas advantage on this check.
Thank you for the advantage.
As Phineas, you are the only one who has heard of Levistus. It is in fact a devil. One of
Yeah.
the big boys.
Part of my research for my article, he's one of the powerful devils.
Of course, tieflings and whatnot, that makes sense. These false pretenders, they need to be rooted out. Would you be a friend and get rid of them for me?
Can you give us some insight on their numbers?
Just the boss.
No, I don't know. I've been cooped up in here. I've met with Yajith daily and maybe one or two others. He points to the guy that Sever's pulling the dagger out. He's my main protector, I guess you could say. But no. Plenty of fish. They like eating fish, and I don't know why. We have goats. So tired of fish. The cook's still making my meals, so they're a good ally? I don't know. I haven't seen any of the servants, other than the boy that Kradoth came with. I would assume they're being kept in the cistern under the castle.
Yeah, so they're keeping prisoners, huh? Shit.
Well, I don't know where else they would keep the servants. I've left my room on occasion, but only to sign little bits of paperwork here and there.
Is there any sign that the castle is now in an uproar? That we've
Give me a perception check. You would notice that
they're all
both of their
connected.
bodies are frozen solid.
I was just about to ask. I'm like, is that only that one frozen?
Nope, they are frozen solid. With a 12 perception, kind of trying to listen, you just hear the wind coming from outside.
Is that a fail or is that?
That is a fail.
All right.
I would
50.
like to smash the ice people.
Okay.
Quietly.
Rude.
I'd say with the 15 perception, though, Andres, you do see movement along the walls through the windows, the barred windows.
Things are gonna get ugly real quick. Any preparations? Gotta do now. As I say that, I'm gonna give Tia a quick cure wounds.
All right.
I'm seeing she's missing some HP.
So, not too bad off. But yeah. As
That should do
Tia,
it.
you're back to full for sure. Cranach will say, well, you, again, have my most sincere thanks for killing them, but they should all be put to death. I don't mean to sound harsh, but Good thing if you had come in a minute earlier, I would have been quite indisposed.
Right.
Oh, we talked to that dwarf lady. You know about that dwarf lady? Ethel?
Well, I haven't met all of them. I do apologize. I've been, here, except for going to the office to sign papers, as I said.
Yeah. Wait, we'll talk more after we take care of this mess.
And to
I'll
the
head
north,
out.
as Severage opens that door there,
Yeah, I was gonna- is this next room?
it's an old library, but the room was obviously set on fire years ago and never repaired. Evidence remains of floor-to-ceiling shelves along the walls. A draft kind of issues from the darkened fireplace, stirring the cobwebs all around it. It is an old, burned library. Back from when the castle was sacked.
Oh.
Many years ago. But as you come out into the main room here, you don't see the child. But you do hear noises coming from outside the door.
Okay.
Outside of the arrow loop, can I see anybody?
Should take up some defensible positions.
Give me a perception check.
Damn it.
Guidance.
Sure, give me guidance.
10.
No, it's hard to make out with the snow outside. It is blustering.
I'm gonna use
like
the Bolding Bond on Tia.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like being
Can use
elevated.
purple for this one. Oh, that's big.
Yeah, because it's a big map. But I will say, as you all start to make preparations for what is to come, hearing noises throughout the castle, not being able to see too much, but still hearing that little activity where there was none in the middle of the night. I think that'll be a good spot to end tonight, in the middle of shit, before shit pops off. We'll pick up and see what happens with this next week. And hopefully we'll have Alara back next week too. But yeah. We'll end tonight.
At least we got the high ground.
You have the high ground, which is important. But yeah, we'll pick up there next time. On next Saturday. Because this is Saturday. I forget what days today is. But yeah. So thanks for watching, folks. And stay tuned next week on more Frostmaiden shenanigans. Night, Internet.
Internet.
Good night.
Yeah.